Okay, there we go. Excellent. So hello, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Victoria 3. We're going to be playing as Prussia, because that is when we did a poll, I want to say like a week or two ago, that's who won the poll. So we're going to be playing Prussia, we're going to be forming Germany. I'm not too sure how long we're going to be playing today. My guess is probably minimum 3 hours up to probably 5 or 6, depending on how things go here. But here we are, beautiful Prussia in the middle of Europe. Currently, we're actually not making a lot of money. Only 960 or 86 pounds a week, which is actually pretty bad. But we can worry about that in a second. First things first, I want to make sure my interest groups aren't outliers. Commanders are fine. Let's open up the market. Don't worry about the states. Okay, I mean, this is kind of a weird place for me to be in, personally. Because, unlike if you were to do, like, a Hoi 4 stream, you know, Kai's or, like, a new, you know, DLC or anything like that, I kind of feel like I need to explain a little bit of what's going on, and I don't know really where to start that. So, I've had access to Victoria 2, or Victoria 3, I should say, for, I think, 2.5 weeks now. I think I got the game on, I want to say, the 10th? The 10th or the 11th, something like that. So I've been playing it a little bit there. But I haven't really played too much. I probably have like 3 or 4 hours in total in Victoria 3. Just between schoolwork and also having to record all the Hoi 4 stuff, I just haven't had time to play too much Victoria 3. So really, this is a learning experience both for myself and for the people watching at home. In fact, I'm pretty sure a decent number of people who are watching this stream right now probably know more about Victoria 3 than I do. Would not be surprised at all. So we want to get a technology. I don't know what tech we want to get first. Canneries, maybe like a military tech. I mean, as Prussia, we're probably going to war pretty often. Shell guns, rifling. What does that do for us? Unlocks rifles for arm industry, at least repeaters, breech loader artillery. Shell, yeah, line goes up. As long as the line goes up, basically, we're pretty happy. More constructible battalions. More defense. What about in society? Realism's a prestige bonus. Max health systems. Nationalism gives me more authority. Postal savings. 20% maximum cash reserve. Well, that's not going to be a big problem because I probably will never have money. 5 construction max level. Infrastructure population. Probably don't want to get down to the level 3 tax, the labor movement. People want more stuff. They have more demands if we have the labor movement, so we're not going to get that. What about you? More influence. We're 1.4k right now. What are you in your realism? You know what? Let's go logistics first. Getting more conscripted battalions probably will be useful. Diplomatic risk of breaking out. Unused construction production. We'll worry about that in a second. More declared interest. Okay, so right now, our country right now is interested in the Northern Europe and in Northern France. Let's have Southern France, Italy. Let's not, actually, don't worry about Southern Italy. Or Southern France, I should say. Let's declare our interest kind of in this region here. So basically, I think what declaring your interest does is if there's any kind of war or tension in these regions that are currently highlighted in blue, we'll get some notifications that we can kind of interact with them in some way. We're currently in 5th place, so I think it's not too bad. Okay, next up, we have 5 flotillas in reserve. I think we need to get some admirals to sort that out. I haven't really done much of the naval stuff yet. So I played 2 Sicilies and I played Belgium. Those are the 2 countries that I've tried out so far. Yeah, so I guess we'll get some admirals. Yeah, we will hire flotilla command limit. You don't really... I mean, what do you have? Your romantic, which is less offense, morale, army protection. Expedition opportunities up by 200%. The prize maneuver. Let's go with innovator. Let's get Rudolf von Regulate here. Recruit you. There we go. Our navy now has an actual admiral. Diplomatic pact is risk of breaking. Custom use with Liep. Okay, so let's... Liep, I want you to be my friend. Which one of you are Liep? Anhalt. One of you is Liep. There, you're Liep. But you don't really like us. You're actually cautious towards us. What if we just improve relations with you? We can be friends, okay? Don't do anything risky. Or don't do anything risky here that could break our country apart. Okay, expensive goods, low market access, insufficient tax capacity in Silesia. I think what we can do about that... We're taking a 20% tax hit here. If we build ourselves a... what is it? Is it development? I don't actually remember which one it is. Big Ben, shipyard, synthetic plants, university, government administration. I want to build one of you in Silesia. It's going to cost us some money, but it should make our tax more efficient, I'm pretty sure. So we'll get that going right now. Expensive goods, papers, and clippers. Paper! I hate paper in this game. It is a disaster. So it's just a poll, Yellow Prussia. You know what? Sure, why not? Slash poll. Do you like Yellow Prussia? Yes or no? We'll have a, you know what, 10-minute vote on that. There we go. So right now, we're paying 40.9 pounds for paper, which is actually 36.5% more expensive than it is just in the rest of the world. So we need to reduce this price. We're actually the number 8 producer. China makes the most, followed by Britain, France, Russia, and Austria, and the United States. Even the East India Company makes more paper than we do. So we need to import more paper. And I want to import paper, whichever drops the price of paper the most. Actually, are we exporting paper? What we could do is that we could protect domestic supply. And maybe that will reduce how much money we're spending on importing paper. Let me see. We have settlers for 09. We're buying more paper than we're selling. Mostly for the government. The government needs a shit ton of paper. You know, let's protect domestic supply of paper. The price of paper is actually on the rise, which I'm not a fan of. Clippers are also very expensive. 79.2, 32.1% compared to the base. Does anybody sell them for cheap? Russia sells them. Would cut the cost of clippers in half. Yeah, so let's import clippers from Russia. Low market access. Market access Westphalia is at 97%. I mean, 97 seems pretty good. Why do we have 97% access here? Measures how well connected state is to the rest of the market. It starts at 100%, reduces proportionally. One of the state's infrastructure usage exceeds its infrastructure. So we need, okay, so we need more infrastructure in Westphalia. We can get that done as well. Which I think is in... Look, I haven't done this too much. Because I've been playing small countries. I've not played a large country really too much. So, you know, give me a moment here. Resources, industry. Would it be in the government tab? Trade lens, diplomatic lens, political lens. Where do I build infrastructure? Livestock. You have 47 out of 69. Can I build infrastructure, or do I need to... Probably by buildings like railways and ports. Okay, I don't know if I can actually even build railroads quite yet. I think is not in development. I mean, I think ports are... I think ports are considered like a military base and military building. Yeah, there's shipyards. Maybe we don't have railroads unlocked. That's entirely possible. So we won't worry about that too much. Tax capacity, we won't worry about too much. We can start building more things. How much... We're already losing 11,000 pounds a week. What a fantastic way to start off the Prussian economy. Yes, we don't want to build any more construction buildings. I know how that turns out. It does not turn out well. What do we have that could maybe make us? Motor industries. They don't make us any money. Arts Academy? You know, let's build an Arts Academy in Brandenburg here. Yeah, shrink you, shrink you. Currently, the trade unions don't have a lot of political power, and I'm completely a-okay with that. Our government right now is the Junkers and the armed forces. They're giving us a influence boost. The armed forces are giving us a 20% military tech cost reduction, which actually I'm very happy with that. When our World War I will play out, well, eventually, I'm assuming, get there. I don't know how long that will take, though. The munitions industry. What is your little mission here? Any Prussian building is a munition plant. Cash reserve is greater than 25%. Weekly profits greater than 0. The workforce occupancy is greater than 50%, and the building is greater than or equal to level 5. So if we want to build ourselves a munition plant, is it an arms industry, or is it considered a different building? Is a munition plant. Okay, so it is different than arms industry. Electronics, Eiffel Tower, power plant. I don't think we have any of those right now. Glassworks, furniture, arms. No, munition plant. Okay. We have any of them. We have a level 3 in North Rhine. So you know what? Let's just upgrade you to be level 5. The Navy when Anthnwam actually cares about them. Look, maybe the tools are expensive and iron's expensive. Well, maybe the Navy should just be more efficient and be better. We're losing 21,000 pounds now. Currently, we got a consumption tax on liquor, which is generating 9.2 thousand pounds of revenue. We can tax wine, which is worth 3.7k. We could just heavily tax grain consumption, which would give us 16.5k. Even that actually won't even break us even right now. Military wages, construction goods, income taxes. I mean, we could cut our... We could either raise taxes or cut our spending somewhat. We could also reduce our construction down the wooden buildings, which would be much cheaper for us. But also makes our buildings construct a lot slower, which is also not the thing I want to do right now. Well, how much money do we have in our storage? 1.84 million pounds. Which will lead us to go bankrupt in... I mean, you know, we can run a negative deficit for a long time, I think. You know what? Just leave it at negative 21k. We'll worry about that in the future. Schwarzburg wants an alliance. I'm completely okay with that. What actually? I want to look at our lenses here. Who's in our market? Most of modern day Germany. So basically, the market is just how spheres work in Victoria 3. You got the Austrian market down in the south. The Prussian market's looking pretty good. The British do have a little bit of control up here because the frickin' King of England, who is currently William of Hanover, he's the King of Hanover, which is not ideal for us. But he will die very soon. And when he dies, Queen Victoria will be the monarch of the United Kingdom and should leave good old Hanover here basically completely exposed. So I think we want to start improving relations with you. And honestly, probably improving relations with everybody in northern Germany that's not already in our market. Yeah, so we'll get that going. Also, does anybody... Diplomatic plays, diplomatic action. Does anybody want to have, like, an alliance with us? No, literally nobody wants to be friends with me right now, which is a little rude, to be honest. Defensive pacts, you would say no, you would say no, you would say no. Everyone would also say no to this. Improve relations, protectorate, rivalry. And I'm assuming that like, none of you would accept me just, like, making you into a puppet state. You know what? Understandable, understandable. What are, like, a trade agreement? Russia's 100 influence. But, like, why won't you say no? How close are you to saying no? Negative 88? What about Russia? Negative 45. I mean, the Russian GDP is, like, 3 times ours. But I mean, eventually we'll sort that out, right? Eventually, we'll have a good economy. France improve relations. Is this with us? Yes. Okay. So France wants to be a little friendly with us, and I'm completely okay with that. Also, we have absolutely no loyalists in the government, which is kind of bad. But right now, we have the Junkers and we have the armed forces. They have about 50% of the total power in the country, and I'm wondering, like, what laws can we pass with you? The answer is not many. Per tax capsation, No colonial affairs, local police force. No home security. Mobilize 78 battalions. Institution, bureaucratic cost negative 137. I mean, it's kind of expensive. So we could have some secret police. Craven anarcho-communist Prussia. Well, if we can maybe, I'm not too sure how you would get that done. What if we have like a National Guard? Who opposed the National Guard? The intelligentsia. Armed forces love it. The petite bourgeoisie love it. And you also allow me to mobilize 78 battalions. So right now we have no home affairs. You know what? Yeah, let's pass the National Guard Act. Okay, Nassau wants mutual offense. Their overlord is already us, so I guess we'll accept. I mean, if you're already my puppet, I see no reason to say no to that. We really are poor, though. I mean, a few states do make us more money. Brandenburg cost 45 or almost 50,000 pounds, while only generating 11,000 pounds in revenue. How can I make you better? Construction capital states. 1.63 million people in there. Everybody doesn't like Yellow Prussia. Incredibly disappointing. Buy orders, sell orders. We need to import wheat. I mean, the price is going up. Right now, we're paying a 10%. You know, 10% is not so bad. A 10% wheat price. Tools, paper, iron. Goods for military buildings. Like, we just... I mean, the construction's very expensive. But I also don't want to ruin our construction speed. Because right now, we only have two. We have in Brandenburg, and we have it in the Rhineland. It's like we could switch one of you to be wooden buildings instead of steel buildings. It would save us 7,000 pounds. But it more than cuts the speed in half. Fido Chiefs and colonies. I don't know if we can colonize too much quite yet. I'm gonna get some areas down here. Although you're already establishing colonies. We do not produce any colonial growth. I'm assuming that's because we don't have any colonial affairs. Yes, okay, so we might want to change our colonial policy very soon. Build more civilian factories, hire more advisors. You know, I should have thought about that. Maybe if we can get, like, Cilicia to give me some more income, that'd be nice. But I don't know how likely that is. Oh, you're railroads. Okay, so I build a railroad here, you'll be happy with that. But you're also going to lose us money. Does literally anything make me money right now? Move market capital. Do we have any actual trade goods that we want to sell? Fertilizer and coal. Okay, I mean, who can we sell coal to? We can sell to the Austrians. But Austria is our rival, so I don't think we really want to give them. Cost coal in our market to go up a little bit. Let's export. You know what? Let's be friendly with the British. I think being friends with Britain would be nice. So let's trade a little bit with the British here. Some coal. We can also export some fertilizer. France, they'll pay out the fucking nose for fertilizer. Absolutely. So we'll send some to you. Send some to Sweden as well. Raise taxes. The thing with raising taxes is that it makes everybody kind of pissed off at us. How much money would this generate? This would generate $15.3 thousand of revenue. We would still actually be in a deficit. Currently, center limit is 11.9. They expect 7.9. So you know what? They can't take a tax increase. There we go. So they're going to be a little bit upset about the tax burden. But you know what? If you're going to live in Prussia, the greatest nation on earth, you should expect to pay out the nose for it. That's my take. Okay, Okay, so we're now losing significantly less. I mean, it's going to make the population of Prussia a lot more pissed off. What do people want? Right now, preserve no home affairs, enact legal guardianship for women. What is our current women law? Women in Prussia are actually allowed to own property. Congratulations, women. You have some unproductive trade routes to the Swedish market, which I think means that you're now losing us money. Okay, so yeah, don't trade with Sweden then. If Sweden's going to cost us cash, there's no reason to do that. Low market access, insufficient trade capacity. I mean, what does the country want to import? Wheat, steel, paper. Actually, we do need to import paper. So let's import paper from the Pope, from Sweden, from Russia. Again, what we're really just trying to do is reduce the cost of paper as much as we possibly can, because it's very, very expensive. We also need the iron, right? Iron and tools. 20 pounds, yeah. Okay, get it from Tuscany, get it from Spain, get it from Piedmont and the Ottoman Empire. We've got a lot of convoys, so we should be able to establish a lot of trade routes. It will cost us a little bit of bureaucracy, but let's not worry about that right now. And then tools are also expensive. And import that from Sicily, import that from the Ottomans. Okay, we're actually now generating a surplus. Tools and iron are still very expensive in Prussia, but it's not as bad as it once was. Wurmberg wants a defense pact, absolutely okay with us. And they even got an obligation. Got a price report here. Gotta look at the market price changes. We also want to import liquor. People also want to import some groceries. 48%?